Hello. Hello everyone. This is the lecture series of operation research subject. In this operation research series, this is a BTech 7 SEM subject and this is running on the BTech mechanical engineering. And the code of this subject is ME405 and for the unit is here second and lecture number this is 9. And today I will discuss about the topic transportation problem. Myself, Rahul Kumar, Assistant Professor of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. Then, what is the transportation? Transportation is just like a transport any object or any goods from source to destination. From source to destination. So, in this transportation problem, we will solve different types of problem related to northwest corner rule method and stepping stone method. For this northwest corner rule, then this solution using in the stepping stone method. The objective of the transportation problem. These are the objective of the transportation problem, and the first objective is determination of a transportation plan of a single commodity and form a number of sources to a number of destinations such that the total cost of the object is to be minimized. The main problem is here the total cost of this function is minimized here, right? Then go to the next slide. Just you see in this figure, this figure gives the introduction about which factories should supply to which, how much quantity of goods, how much quantity of goods you want to supply from factory to warehouse and how much quantity. This is depend on the, suppose this is factory 1, on the location and destination and travel distance, but main objective of this transportation lecture is minimize the cost of the transportation, which minimize the cost of the transportation, right? So in this slide here you seen here this is factory number 1, this is 1, and this is factory 2, and this is factory 3, and these are 3 are the warehouses. So you want to supply the goods from factory 1 to warehouse 1, factory 1 to warehouse 3, and factory 1 to warehouse 2 is here. So this is the one chain. For the case of factory number 2, here you supply the goods or items from factory 2 to warehouse 1 and factory 2 to warehouse 3 and factory 2 to warehouse 2 also. This is the one composition. And then if you want to supply the goods from factory 3, this is the factory 3 to warehouse 3B, right? And this is the factory 3 to warehouse 1, and here is factory 3 to warehouse 2. So just you see here, if you want to supply this factory 3 to factory 3 to warehouse 1, here is this distance is more, so the transportation cost more. So you shift the goods rather than warehouse 1 to warehouse 2 and 3. This is very beneficial for this factory 3, right? And this type of approach we will solve in this chapter, right? So this is the one example, one best example for the which factory should supply to which warehouse and how much quantity of goods, right? This is the one example, one and best example for this case is here, right? Okay, done. And then move to the next slide here. Just 1 minute. Okay, sorry for disturbance. Then move to the next slide. And this is a question arises for everyone which want to transport the goods from source to destination. Source to destination. Uh, what are the main features of the transportation is the transportation problem. Here the different types of transportation problem are occur here. Different types of transportation problem are occur here, and these are the transportation problem. Just that suppose this is a problem related to transfer the product from factory 1 to different varieties of product. Different varieties of product, just like as a just this is the best example for the Flipkart company. In the Flipkart, if one consignment sent to Delhi to Jaipur, in this one consignment, different types of items are present here. Different types of items present here, but origin and destination both are same. Origin and destination both are same, but in this destination point destination is divided into substations. Means destination is divided into sub stations or sub routes also, and these stations are uh, just like as a different type of wards in the city are present, and this type of problem is very typical in the transportation method, right? And some more problem related to this is just you want to send the items from Jaipur to Bikaner, or Jaipur to Jodhpur, or Jaipur to Ajmer, but item is same, but destination cities are different. Destination cities are different. And one more problem is if in the Ajmer supply is demand is high, but from the Jaipur very less, then this problem related to unbalanced transportation problem. This problem related to the unbalanced transportation problem. Here demand does not equal to the supply. Here demand does not equal to the supply, right? This is a unbalanced transportation problem. But I will take different example, just like as a Jaipur to Kota. Suppose any one item means which in the, or which is supply and which is supply is equal to the demand, which supply is equal to the demand. This problem related to the balanced transportation problem. This problem related to the balanced transportation problem. So in the transportation problem, these are two types. These are two types. One is balanced and another one is unbalanced problems. And just here transportation of a linear programming problem means this problem related to the transportation as a linear programming problem. And this problem we can solve with the mathematical correlations, with the help of a mathematical correlations. Suppose AI, this is the commodity quantity available at the origin. Here origin is I, and suffix is just let here origin is I and J is the destination. J is the destination. So B is the quantity of commodity needed at the destination J. Quantity of the commodity needed at the destination J, and the CIJ. CI is the transportation cost of 1 unit of the commodity from the origin, right? So this CIJ, this is the transportation cost. This is the transportation cost. So here is one example. If you send some, suppose you want to send one piece of mobile from Delhi to Alwar, then the cost of the mobile transporting cost is very high. If you want to send 10,000 mobile in one trip, so the cost of the transportation cost of the mobile is very less, right? So this cost, which is the this cost CIJ, this is the transportation cost, right? And AI, which is the quantity of the commodity available at the origin I, available at the origin I, and but BJ, which represent the quantity of commodity needed at the destination J, right? And Xij, quantity of the transported from origin to destination, means how many numbers of the items which is sending from the origin, and how much number of amount of item received in the destination also, and this quantity given by Xij. Mathematically, the problem is minimized with the help of linear programming problem. With the help of linear programming problem, then the function is here z equal to, here the function is minimized function. This is a minimized function, right? So this is a minimized function. This function given the this minimized function z, which gives the summation of xij and cij, such that summation of xij is equal to ai, and summation of ij, this will give the value of bj. So j depend on the finite quantity number. Suppose you want to send one mobile or two mobile, so I and j belongs to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 6 comma 7, right? But this is not so just like as a fractional number 4.3 2.3 like this. So this is a piece of items. Yes, this ij denote the and destinations also, na? And then always greater than or equal to xij. This is always greater than or equal to 0 for I and j also. For I and j also, right? You can easily understand about the transportation as a linear programming problem. Transportation as a linear programming problem. So move to the next slide. Here, this is a one matrix. This type of problem is called transportation problem of a matrix type. Here, or we can say that this is a model of one question. Model of one question, and this question you can solve with the help of Google approximation method. This is called BAM, and then Modi method. These are the feasible these gives the feasible solution. T method for the optimal solution. First one is here. Okay, and first method is here. Northwest corner rule method, stepping stone method. These are the optimal solution method. So you can solve this problem any method, right? This is depend on your choice. So I will solve this problem with the help of northwest corner rule method, and this is the allocation of factory. Here is supply. Here is this is the supply, and here this is the demand, right? This is the demand of this problem, and these are the number of units which is allocated to different factories, right? Are the destination. These are the sources, and here is destinations also. So sources are A, E, K, and the destination is B, C, D, and M. These are the destinations, right? And how to solve this problem? Then move to the next slide, right? Yeah. First, any kinds of problem related to transportation. Related to transportation. First, you see one element is here. First, you check total supply equal to total demand. First, we want to check here total supply equal to total demand, and this is the transportation cost of the route AB. This is the transportation cost of the route AB. Suppose this is the 6 is the transportation cost, right? So is first you check total supply equal to total demand. So here is total supply is here 30 plus 40 plus 50. 30 plus 40 plus 50. This is equal to 120. This will give the total of 120 here, right? This will give the total of 120, and for this case, summation of all these quantities, right? So for this is the 35 plus 28 plus 32 plus 25. This is equal to 120. So here supply is equal to demand. So this type of problem related to the balance or unbalanced. Just to think about this, balance or unbalanced. So this is a balanced transportation problem. This is a balanced transportation problem. So how to solve this problem? Here, or this is the differentiation of balance and unbalanced transportation problem. And here the total supply, this is equal to demand. Total supply equal to total demand. Then problem is balance. If supply is not equal to demand, if supply is not equal to demand, means in the corona pandemic time, demand is more. Demand is mask, some items just like the mask, sanitizer, or corona vaccines. This demand is very high, but supply is less. But supply is less. And this type of problem related to the unbalanced transportation problem. And in the next case, need to add a dummy supply or demand to balance the problem. Need to add a dummy supply or demand to balance the problem, right? So this problem also related to unbalanced transportation problem. Unbalanced transportation problem. Then what we'll do here for solve this problem? This problem related to the balanced transportation problem, right? So how to solve this problem? This problem we can solve with different methods. Different methods. First, you find the initial basic physical solution, then solution of optimality. If S, then stop. If no, then determine the optimal solution and go to the again next step. Right? This will depend on your method. Here, 5 methods are present here to solve this type of problem. Okay, everything is fine. 5 methods are present here to solve this type of problem. Then these are the 3 methods. First one is northwest corner minimum matrix and the Vogel's approximation Vogel's corner method, right? Then first I will solve this problem with the help of northwest corner method. These are the steps for solving any problem with the help of northwest corner method, right? So in the first step, select the northwest corner cell of the transportation table and allocate as many units as possible equal to the between the available demand requirement, right? And adjust the supply and demand numbers, right? If supply of the first row is exhausted, then move to the first cell also, and then second row. If the demand of the first cell is satisfied, if the demand of this first cell is satisfied, then move to the horizontally to the next in the second column. If for any cell supply equals to the demand, cell supply is equal to the demand, then the next allocation can be made in the either in the next row or column, right? And continue procedure means you can follow these all above steps, and in the total available quantity is fully allocated to the cell as required, right? So these are the steps you can follow for this solution of northwest corner method. Northwest corner method. Then move to the solution, right? So for this solution, you can solve this problem with the help of different strategies we have adopted here. First, this is the details of example. Here the factories, and these are the first change the color of the pen because same color is present here, red color already present in this question column. Then this time this is good. Yeah. Okay. Let's start to solve this problem. Yeah. Here, first you see here, go to the north, upper north side, right? And this here is right here 3. So the just you say here this is a 20 and this is 50. So you think this question and take a minimum quantity. Take a minimum quantity. So just you adopt this here 20 and write 20 in this column, and this is a allocated row. This is a allocated row. If 20 is right here, then this 20 and this 20, this will cancel out, and here 30 is remaining. So put here 30 here, right? 50 minus 30 is remaining here, right? Yeah. And then this row is cancel out, right? Here this is cancel out. This is satisfied this demand. So this is cancel out, right? Then move to the next row. But here only one, two, three columns are present. In this three column, first you go to the upper this 5. So here for the 5, demand is here 20 and supply is here 30. So here also demand is less and supply is more. For this case, demand is less and supply is more. Then what will do here? Take 20 for the allocation here 20. So 20 right here 20. This 20 and this 20, it will get a 0, and this is cancel out. So this row is also cancelled, right? Sorry, this column is also cancelled here. Sorry for this case. And then here, if I am subtract here 20 to 30, and then it will get a only 10 is here. What is here? 10 is only present here, right? In this allocated row, only supply is here only 10, right? So then move to this corner rule. So here is demand is more. Demand is here 50, but here is supply is only remaining is here 10. Supply is here only remaining 10. Then for this case, and supply is here only 10. For this case, here allocate 10 number also, only 10, and this 10 and this 10, it will cancel out. This is cancel out. So here is demand is uh, supply is here same, and then and this 10 gives the here 52. This is cancel out, and then only remaining element is here 40. Remaining element is here 40 is the remaining element. Then move to the next upper corner method, corner element. So what the corner element is here? Left hand side corner upper side element. So this here is 10 and 10. This is cancel out. So this is neglect. So you want to neglect this row, then move to the only this here 8. So suppose 8. So here is 75 and here is 40. So the minimum element in the supply and demand is here 40. So you will take here 40 for the allocated row, right? This 40 and this 40 both are cancelled out, right? Both are cancelled out. So in this case, column is cancelled out. So all this column is vanished, right? Then move to the only remaining column is here only. What the remaining column for this case? Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. Sorry for disturbance because camera is disturbing here. So here is only 35, right? Here is only 35, right? This 40 and 75. Here it will get a 35 number only, right? What type of number is only 35? Then this 35 for the supply, for the cost of 2. Here 35 is supply and 60 is demand. So which is less number? 35 is the less number. 35 is the less number. Then you allocate this element just like it is 35, right? 35 allocation, and then move to the this 35 and this 35. This column is cancel out, right? This column is cancel out. Then this 30 after subtracting this 35 to 60, here remaining element is demand is here 25. Only remaining element demand is here 25, right? If remaining demand is 25, then you see in the last, right? Here, what you will see here? Here the total demand is here 25 and supply is here 25. So the total demand and supply both are equal. Total demand and supply both are equal, right? Total and demand and supply both are equal. For this case, this element only remaining, only one then the this 20 this element by 25, right? Here supply is equal to demand. Supply is equal to demand is here. So this is the balanced transportation problem solved by the northwest corner rule method, right? Northwest corner rule method. So move to the next slide. I think this problem you can understand very well by this method, right? So the solution for this question is just you in the last type. This supply and demand both are equal. Supply and demand both are equal. Then the minimum cost method is minimum cost is 20 into 3, 20 into 5, 10 into 7, 8 into 40 to 25, and this is the total minimum cost of the transportation. This is the total minimum cost of the transportation is here. Then what the value of this? Just like as a 20 into 3 plus 5 into 20 plus 70 plus 320 plus 70 plus 50 is here, right? So the minimum cost for this item for this question is here 670. 670. So this is the answer of you of this question, right? and then move to the next problem. This problem related to the testing of the optimality. Optimality conditions means if there is any alternative route and the empty cell which is better than existing route, right? Or if shift one unit from the current route or other route does overall cost increases or decreases, and which out of alternative routes is best, and which one reduce cost by maximum amount, right? This is the problem related to the stepping stone method, right? This is the stepping stone method. In this problem, first you will check here is this is the right. So in this problem, just you see here. First you find the optimal solution for this problem, then you can solve with the help of stepping stone method, right? So here first we check total supply is equal to demand. So this is a balance related problem. This is a balance related problem because this is 17 and then 500. This is equal to 1700. So here is supply equal to demand. So this is a balance problem, right? So this problem solved by a different types of methods. Then move to the next question, and this will special cases. These are the unbalanced transportation problem. I will solve the unbalanced transportation problem in the next lecture, right? This is degeneracy problem, and degeneracy setting up new problem also, right? And maximization problem, and the this is the maximization problem, and convert this maximization problem into the minimization problem also, into the minimization problem also, right? And these are the assignment problem, which is based on the special case of transportation problem, and here is source can supply are only one destination, and number of sources equal to the number of destinations, and only one unit supplied from source to destination, assigning job to workers and assigning teachers to classes, and it can be solved by using simple enumeration of combination regular transportation method or simplex method. So this is the assignment. Then move to the MCQ problem. For this MCQ problem, the purpose of the transportation approach for lo location analysis is to minimize the total cost, and the correct answer, this is B, is already highlighted here. So the correct answer for this question is here total shipping cost. Minimize the total shipping cost, and for the reduce the shipping cost also, right? And here the different types of cost are present: total cost, total variable cost, total fixed cost, and the number of the shipment. But correct answer is total shipping cost. Then move to the second question. The initial solution to a transportation problem can be generated in any manner, so long as it minimizes cost, B, it ignores cost, and then all supply and demand are satisfied. All supply and demand are satisfied. And C, the degeneracy does not exist. So the correct answer for this question is here B. B is the correct answer. Right? This is the correct answer for this question. All supply and demand are satisfied. Then the solution is complete. Then move to the MCQ problem. Question number 3. Which of the following statement about the northwest corner rule is false? So right answer for this question is here. C is the right answer. But one must exhaust the supply of for each row before moving down to the next row. One must exhaust the demand requirement each column before moving to the next column. When moving to a new row or column, one must select the cell with the lowest cost. Supply and demand constraints are met. Then the correct answer is when moving to a new row or column. When moving to a new row or column, one must select the cell with the lowest cost. With the lowest cost is here. Then move to the next question. Question number 4. In transportation model analysis, the stepping stone method is used to. Stepping stone method is used to. First is obtain an initial optimal solution. Evaluate empty cell for potential solution improvement, which is used for the evaluate empty cells for potential solution improvement. This is the right answer for this question, right? This is the right answer for this question. Then move to the next question. Question number 5. A transportation problem has a feasible solution and all the improvement index are poor. A transportation problem has a feasible solution when all of the number of field cell is less and all the squares are used, and the solution is the lowest possible cost. Then this feasible solution gives the solution is the lowest feasible possible cost, right? So D is the right answer for this question. Then move to the next question. When the number of shipment in a feasible solution is less than the number of row, then the possible row plus the number of column minus 1. The solution is optimal. There is a degeneracy and an artificial allocation must be created, right? So this is B is the right answer for this question, and C is the dummy source must be created and a dummy destination must be created. Then move to the question number 7. When the number of shipment in a feasible solution is less than the number of rows plus the number of columns minus 1, plus the number of columns minus 1. Then what is the correct answer for the question? B is the correct answer. And which shows there is a degeneracy and an artificial allocation must be created. There is a degeneracy and a artificial allocation must be created. So here is some other answer just like the solution is optimal. A dummy source must be created. A dummy destination must be created. These are the wrong answers, right? So the correct answer is B. There is a degeneracy and an artificial allocation must be created. The stepping stone method is a alternative to using the northwest corner rule. Stepping stone method, this is the alternative using the northwest corner rule, are often involve tracing closed path with a triangular shape. Closed path with a triangular shape is used to evaluate the cost effectiveness of shipping goods via transportation rule, not currently in the solution. So this is the right answer for this question. It is this. It is the right answer for this question, right? And it is used to identify the relevant cost in a transportation problem. Relevant cost in a transportation problem. This is wrong answer, right? So the stepping stone method is used to evaluate the cost effectiveness of shipping goods via transportation route, not currently in the solution. Not currently in the solution. So this is the right answer for this question. And move to the question number 9. In a minimization problem, a negative improvement index. In a minimization problem, a negative improvement index in a cell indicates that the solution is optimal. Total cost will increase if units are reallocated to that cell, and total cost will decrease if units are reallocated to that cell also. And current iteration is worse than the previous one. So the correct answer for this question is here. C is the correct answer, right? C is the correct answer, and total cost will decrease if units are reallocated to that cell also, right? And then move to the question number 9. In a minimization problem, a positive improvement index. In a minimization problem, a positive improvement index in a cell indicates that the solution is optimal. The total cost will increase if units are reallocated cell, and the total cost will decrease if units are reallocated to that cell, and there is a degeneracy. So the correct answer for this question is 10. 10 is the correct answer, right? The total cost will increase if units are reallocated to that cell. So these are the MCQ question for this problem. I will solve in the next class some type of VM method problem, and some problem related to the stepping stone method, and we have also solved, or we will also solve the problem related to degeneracy and unbalanced problem. Degeneracy and unbalanced problem, right? So these are the some contents about this chapter. So in the next upcoming lecture, I will set some problem to this problem convert to the minimization problem. Right? Or the degeneracy problem also, right? And thank you for this today class. Thank you all of you.